I'm very proud of the work that Bobi has done. He has been persistent, he has shown courage, he has shown sincerity of purpose, and he has done the work, he has put in the work. And it shows that he's a credible politician. Power is not served a la carte, and he has shown that he's ready to do the work to get it. So it's been very impressive. And also the good people of Uganda, they've taken this election very seriously. They've turned out in huge numbers despite the significant loss of life. They've come out. I've seen images where you see a whole group of youth stopping police from snatching ballot boxes. So on both sides, it's been truly inspiring. I think it can happen in Nigeria. I mean, the NSAS has completely put to bed the idea that our youth are lazy and not willing to get politically involved. At this point, blood has been shed by a generation, right? So we can no longer bring that old rhetoric that they are only serious about Big Brother Niger and anything. That time has passed. The NSAS movement is a new time, right? And I feel that politicians need to do the work. Politicians need to be serious. We cannot just talk about Bobi Wine and say Bobi Wine. Go and look at the work Bobi Wine did. He did not come out 6 months to the election like a lot of politicians. He's been doing the work, building up to this. So I feel that the people were ready and he had done the work. Those two things need to go hand in hand. There are different types of people, right? There are groups of people that just come out for what they can get on election day. There are groups of people that come out because they believe in a candidate. Some people come out because they believe in a party. Some people come out because they are completely tired of the status quo, right? So there are different groups. But in all, I feel, and I still feel, that the middle class and working class have not engaged enough, and the educated class have not engaged enough in elections. They've left electioneering for too long to the hungry and the poor, and they decide based on how much they get, which is not really in the interest of the nation to move forward. You need people that can come out to vote based on your manifesto, your vision, your idea of how you can move the country forward. But if you're hungry, you're not really interested in that, right? Someone said to me when I came out, I was very idealistic when I came out for chairman the first time. I did not understand the idea of hunger in politics. And someone said to me that when somebody is hungry, you can put food in front of them, mix it with poison. They see the poison, go away. When you come back, you see them eating that food, right? Now, the balance needs to be met, because if you just leave only those group of people to determine who governs you, then you have people that think that by giving wheelbarrow, they are doing development in the country. And you cannot blame them, because they are looking at their constituents as the people with the wheelbarrows that want wheelbarrows, and those are the people that voted. But if those politicians saw that the young educated people that want innovation in their government, that want an environment that allows for the flourishing of small businesses, that want a cleaner environment, more innovative, for instance in Lagos, a more innovative transport system that cuts across road, sea, road, lagoon, water, all of that, then that politician will now start coming up with manifestos when he's talking, right? So you cannot just leave. So I'm saying the young, the educated, the working class, they need to get involved, and also they will reduce the cost of electioneering, because they are not going to be asking for money on election day. And when that happens, the politician now feels indebted to the people that voted for him, as opposed to feeling entitled because he has bought your vote. But what I would say is that, again, my respect for the youth has gone up 100-fold from what it used to be. When I first came out for local government chairman, I was extremely disappointed and irritated, because I would go talk to people and they just did not care. They did not care. And I'm saying, but the things you complain about, everything that affects your life is determined by politics. How can you not care? And it used to it really used to rub me off the wrong way. And I remember then a lot when I go and speak, I'll ask how many people have voters cards, and you find that like 20% in the crowd. Then when I was running for Senate, the church and the mosque and lots of social organizations did a lot in raising awareness for people to get their voters cards. So there was a significant spike. So when I go to speak in other places, by 2018, 2019, you see about 40 to 50% of people had voters cards, right, in the place. Now, with the End SARS movement and the youth finally standing up and waking up to their responsibility, because this thing a lot of people don't understand, democracy is a two-way street. It's not one way. You must constantly hold your leaders in check, and your leaders must constantly be communicating why they deserve to continue to be there. And it's a constant communication. You don't vote for somebody and go to sleep and just complain or tweet. You know, you protest. You know, you attend Senate hearings. You make your voices and your displeasures heard. And you also give accolades when the accolades are due. It's a two-way street. So, in essence, when you see that situation, and you see the End SARS movement coming up to their responsibility, because like I say, the middle class, the educated, are the custodians of democracy. If you leave democracy to anybody that's deciding based on how much votes how much someone pays for your votes, your country will never go anywhere. It will never develop, because the politician is going in to accumulate money so that next time he will buy your votes, while he's also appropriating money for himself and his family and his cronies. So with this rise of people stepping up, take responsibility for the future of their country, there's an energy, and the politician that's going to win in the next elections is going to be able to harness that energy, and not just harness that energy, work with a proper political structure, right? Politics is not just me coming on video and talking. Politics is what you are doing before the elections. Politics is the structure you are putting up before the elections. Politics is understanding the patterns that happen in every constituency in your constituency, right? If I'm running for local government chairman, I'm considering 11 wards. I must understand everything that's happening there. I must understand all the key players in that place. I must have a structure in that ward at every poll unit. This is the work, right? That's the work. The glamorous part of coming on TV and talking and doing interviews and all of that is good for media awareness, but on the election day, election is 4 hours, 5 hours every 4 years. What's happening on that day? That's the work. So back to your question, you want to win an election in 2023, join a political party, build your structures, understand the patterns within those structures, and then mobilize your people and harness this energy that is now alive. Make sure, when I say harness, all these guys that were campaigning for End SARS, you find a lot of them don't have voters cards. Help them get their voters cards. Help them get their voters cards. Show them where the local government is. You know, let them know the importance of participating in elections, because there is no point having all this energy and you're saying this party is bad, that party is bad, I'm not going to get involved in politics, my votes don't count. No. You only change things by getting involved, right? You only change things by getting involved. And if you leave politics for politicians, your country is not going anywhere.